Good day. This video is meant for Hosana Best Liquor Store employees. So we will begin by how do you get to this area? Well, in your search box in your computer, on your browser, which this is called a browser, you're going to type in hosanaliquor.com. Once you click that, it's going to bring you to this page here. This means this red color over this means that you're on this page, the home page. Everybody that goes to hosanaliquor.com comes to this page. Now for you, the employee, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and you're going to go ahead and click on Store Staff. You're going to go ahead and click on Log In. Okay. Here, I want to go back one. Let's go back. In this area here, you're going to have videos and tutorials such as the one you're looking at right now. Okay. Here, you're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and log in. We're going to go ahead and this information will be provided to you by either your manager or the store owner. These are the credentials for you to log in and start your day at work. You're going to type in your username, which is the top one, and your password, which is the bottom one that I'm typing right now. This is going to bring you into this section here. It's going to give you this error box because you don't have access to all the area on this particular thing, POS system, because only managers and owners do. With that being said, let's go ahead and continue. So let's go ahead and do a sample run so that you can get an understanding of the simplicity of this system. So let's say that a customer walks in your door, he says, I want a Coca-Cola. As soon as you start typing, you can see that the area starts reducing itself. Once you have like 3 letters or 4, normally it's going to bring it down only to the items that you're looking for, like we just saw here. You see how we only got Coca-Cola bottles? As soon as I got to the 3rd letter, if I go back to 2 letters, it's going to give me more than just than Coca-Cola, because there's other things that also start with the CO. So we want to go ahead and type at least 3 letters, and that's it. You have your system right up and running right here. So let's go ahead and do a trial run with the Coca-Cola 1 liter bottle. We're going to go ahead and add this, and as you see, it adds it immediately on the right side of the selection. You're going to see a couple of things here that you need to know. The first one is you have a fee, shipping, and note. And 99.9% of the time, you're not going to use any of these. Now, if we were shipping items to someplace, then we will probably use the shipping one. But you're not doing any shipping and things like that, okay? So void, no, we don't want to use this button void unless it's absolutely necessary that you have to void this transaction. What you want to do is, if the customer cancels for whatever reason, they don't have any money with them, they forgot their credit card or debit card, whatever the reason, maybe they changed their mind, what you want to do just to back out of this transaction is just hit the X, and that's going to cancel that transaction. Okay, so if the customer moves forward with the purchase, we want to go ahead and hit checkout. It's going to say the amount tendered. You're going to say what amount was tendered. So in this case, let's say that they gave you $5. So they gave you $5. You want to just go ahead and type in 5. As you see here, it gives you what it is that you think. So it's telling you that from the item that it costs only nothing, the customer gave me $5, you have to give them back 5. I mean, gauges, right? All right, so let's go ahead and click process payment. That's so that you know what your change is. Okay, what the change you should give the customer is. We go here, and here goes our receipt. We print it out, we give it to the customer, we ask the customer, hey, would you like a receipt? They say no, then you forget, you don't print out anything. Save paper. We also have the option of saving this printing paper, right? We can save it and email the customer with the information. So what we do is, if we wanted to save it to email it to the customer, is that we hit the save as PDF, which this is going to save this file in your computer. You're going to choose where to. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go save. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. What you want to do is you want to have a folder that is easy to get to, and a folder is these little yellow square things that's easy to get to, and you put all your receipts there. That way you know where the receipts are at, and if you need to email them, you go to your email, go to attachment, and look for the file in that folder, which is the receipt, right? So you can, this receipt is receipt number 407, right? But let's say that the person that came into the store is Robert. So let's say Robert, right? And we go receipt number 407, so that we know who it belongs to. We go save. For me, I'm saving it on test runs right here. This is the folder that I'm saving it in. I'm saving it on the store receipts and transactions. So you need to create a folder like this so you can have it. In your case, you will have here emails to send out to customers. Right? You don't have to send it right there that particular moment. You can wait until the end of the day, or you can wait until there's no people in the store and you're not doing anything, and then send it to the customer. As long as you send it to the customer, you're going to log into your email, whichever email you prefer or you're using. You're going to go compose or create email, and then you're going to go ahead and attach that to the customer's email address. Of course, the customer has to give you their email address, of course. So let's go ahead. If not, you just print it. Yeah. So let's go ahead and continue moving forward. So now that we're here, the customer changes his mind. No, I don't want it. Well, at this point here, the transaction has already taken place. And as you see now, we got 2 options. We got a new order, which means if I click here, it's going to go back to 0. In the final printing of the transaction, on the final screen of it, gives you the option to send that email to that person, the receipt. Okay, so that's the second way that you're able to send email. It also gives you the option to go ahead and print out that receipt. See, it comes right back over here. So you have multiple ways of doing things. You can do them right there and there. You could do it, you save it for later. You can do it where you collect information from the customer. I mean, that is up to you as your store manager or business owner. So let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to say new order because now we're ready for the next order. So Robert just left out the door, and now we got Maria in front of us. Maria says, oh, yeah, I'm not too sure what I want to buy, but let me look around for a little bit. Oh, no problem, ma'am. So she decides that she wants the Serrano, right? So we're going to go ahead and add it, as you can see. But she says, you know what? I'm feeling really, really thirsty today. And she picks something else. So let's say she gets with a Mystic Orange Carrot, okay? I'm picking up items that are $0 for the examples of this training. And now we have multiple items here in this section. And both of them have a little red X, so that if the customer says, oh, no, forget it, I changed my mind, I don't want orange, just boop, click there. That removes the item. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and remove this item. Alright, so see how simple that was? Let's go ahead and re-add that item again. Okay, so let's go for the purpose of this particular video, we're going to go in training. We're going to go ahead and proceed further up. So let's say the customer says, oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. I walked into the store the other day. The floor was real dirty. I don't like to see the floor dirty. No, you can go ahead and create a note here. Customer complained about the floor being wet, or stuff like that. So say floor being wet, right? And that way you can log in that customer's commentary for your supervisor, manager, or store owner to view at the discretion when they're doing their reports and things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and check out. As we can see, we're going to go ahead and process payment, or we can go ahead and cancel it. Okay, so in this case, let's just go through the whole thing. Let's go process payment. Let's say that they didn't give us anything. They just gave us, well, let's say they gave us $1. Process payment. Tells you what the change should be, right? Which is $1 because we're doing 0 transactions. Let's go ahead and cancel out of this because we don't need it right now. We're going to go to the last step so that way we don't have to think. So we can either print it or we can email it. So in this case, let's say we're going to email it. You're going to ask the customer, what is your email address? You're going to write the email address here for the customer and hit send. And that's it. That's it. You send the customer their digital invoice straight to the email, and now they can look at it on any tablet, phone, cell phone, computer, anything digital. All right, so we're going to get ready for Paul. Paul is the next customer on the line, right? So new order. Now we're ready to take Paul's order. That is the simplicity of this program. That is what it is. It's no more complicated than that. This area here is meant for, management and things like that. So you want to stay away from it unless the manager tells you that you can touch these areas, okay? But you don't want to touch these areas. So let's say that you're poking around where you shouldn't be poking around at, which, the administrator is going to know that you was poking around. So you don't want to go into an area that you was told not to go to, okay? So here you have the option of viewing these customers, okay? So for this thing, you can see, sorry, you cannot list this. It's because you don't have access to this. This is more of a supervisor, managerial position type of search. So we want to go here. Here goes orders. So here you can come and view the orders that was done. So let's say, for example, this one right here. We can view this order because we want to print it out again or email it out again. Okay, so let's go ahead. But you won't be able to change anything here if you don't have those user rights. All right, so let's go back into menu. And let's go back to POS. And here we are back in the same place again. Again, you shouldn't be poking around in here. Okay, so this is where you're supposed to be at. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and it has given you the information you need to conclude. Your supervisor or manager does the rest. At the end of the day, they will do their reports and things like that, or the end of the week or the end of the month. However, they're going to be doing that. Bye-bye.